5 minutes away from the Great Bend Panther boys tip-off against the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. Taking a breakdown of how the Panthers' schedule breaks down against Wichita. You heard both of the head coaches reference the toughness of that Wichita area league, and it's not to be understated. A lot of those teams, tough outings. You heard Coach Dominic reference really the only down team in the league this year was Wichita North, a 1-19 record, but then the rest of the way very comparable to some of the WAC schools. You look at the conference record, the teams that they were facing this year in their conference, that is the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles, 86-74, a 537 win percentage. You compare that to the WAC and who Great Bend was facing, 35-45, 437. Tough league for Wichita to be playing in, or I should say for Bishop Carroll to be playing in. However, the Panthers haven't had it easy going either. Some of the teams line up the same way. The Junction City matchup, a fun one to look at, partially because it ended so similarly on both sides. When Great Bend faced Junction City the first game of the year, it was a 66-63 overtime loss. I think it's safe to say the Panther defense has gotten a lot better since then. You heard Coach Cree reference that they've tuned it up. They're kind of just not getting their feelings hurt when they get told, yeah, we hadn't been playing the best defense. We kind of had to look internally, tell the fellas, it starts with us. We got to shape it up. That's what they've been doing lately, holding Hayes to just 14 points in that first half last Friday. But the Bishop Carroll matchup against Junction City, a 4-point loss, 55-51 in overtime. So a couple of comparable matchups on that side. As we turn over to more of a player focus, the big one that stands out for Bishop Carroll is Mikey Brand. He's that player that Coach Cree mentioned has missed some games this season, but he's still averaging 17 points per contest, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. It's also pretty effective from the free throw line, 54-76 on the year. That's good for a 71% clip. We'll have more on all the players making these teams so special right after this. Don't go anywhere. More from the Venture pregame show here at the Panther Fieldhouse, heading your way, powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Unruh Brothers Waste is the best trash service in the area, providing top quality residential garbage removal and recycle bins. Find out more on our Facebook page. If you're not happy with your trash service, now's the time to switch to Unruh Brothers Great Bend.
S&J Trucking congratulates the students, teachers, coaches, and athletes that have made tonight's broadcast possible. S&J Trucking is so proud of the young players in today's game. S&J Trucking, delivering innovative solutions every day.
Welcome back into the B1043 The Point, as we are still 2 minutes and 15 seconds away from tip-off here at the Panther Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the starting lineup tonight for both sides. This will be presented by the Army Auto Group, your home for Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. It's the Army Auto Group. Look at the starters for Bishop Carroll. It'll be Jonathan Hauserman, a 6'4 senior, averaging 11 points per contest with 4 rebounds for the Golden Eagles. Another senior, Reese Peterson, number 11. He's averaging 4 points, a rebound, and a steal for Bishop Carroll. Then Braxton Martin, a 6'4 junior who kind of a do-it-all player for Bishop Carroll, comes in 6 points per game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Then you get to the big scoring ticket for Bishop Carroll. Michael Brandt, 6'4 senior, he pairs with Braxton Martin to give this lineup a lot of height, and Brandt comes in averaging 17 points per contest, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Last game, he went off for 37 points against Wichita South, going 7 of 15 from the three-point line. Rounding out the Golden Eagles starting lineup is Landon Steven, a 5'11 sophomore. He comes in averaging 6 points, a rebound, and an assist. Looking at the Great Bend Panthers starting lineup, going to be a familiar squad. Maddox Spray coming up with a 15-point outing on senior night, a season high for Spray. He also pulled down 4 rebounds. Parker Dix, an effective game on the outside, so he was able to knock down 2 3-point shots, also dish out 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Ian Freemer, a little bit of a quiet night, however, still able to pull down. We're able to put up 13 points, snag 7 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Look to see what Ian can do at SUBSTATE tonight. Jacob Hall, 13 points in that game, all coming in the second half, as Hall could not be stopped after the halftime break, went to work. And then Carter Combs, a Cat has been playing electric lately. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals last game. And if you look at his last 5, Carter's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, while only committing 1 foul in those games. It's been a fun turnaround to watch Carter really find his role in this offense. Not been understated to say how important that's been to the Great Bend Panthers, landing their 15-5 record. We'll go ahead and send it to our final break of the Venture Pre-Game Show. Stick around, more Panther basketball heading your way, powered by Euler Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
World with the national anthem.
This is Julie from the Fieldhouse, and we are a proud supporter of the Great Bend Panthers. Here at the Fieldhouse, we believe that starting youth in athletics build character and leadership skills. So check us out at fieldhousegb.com.
From new construction, remodeling, renovating, to roofing, concrete, and more, Schrader Homes and Remodeling is ready to go to work for you. They are the one licensed and insured company that can get the job done. Find out more online at schraderhomes.com and say wow. Proud sponsor of Panther Sports.
Plumbing and heating emergencies rarely happen between 9 and 5. That's why the pros at Comfort Pro are available 24/7, 365. Comfort Pro, the area's largest Bryan dealer, is just a phone call away.
Your problem is no problem for Comfort Pro.
Even the cleanest homes and offices struggle with mold and mildew growing in the ducts of their heating and AC systems. Magna Dry Cleaning Services in Great Bend offers complete air duct cleaning. Find out more. Stop by their new location at 18th and Main in Great Bend.
The future is bright. See it clearly with the help of the 10th Street Eye Care Center. Dr. Russell McCauley, Dr. Chad Premer, Dr. Nicole Miller, and Dr. Sarah Steeder are ready to help you. The 10th Street Eye Care Center on the sunny side of the Vision Corner, 10th and Washington, Great Bend.
Do you need some trees removed, fill dirt, or rock for landscaping or a driveway? Maybe you need some demolition work done or a giant waste container. Whatever the job, make the call to Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management, 421 Washington Street in Great Bend.
Welcome back into B104.3 The Point. We are ready for a tip-off here. Nearly ready, as maybe able to hear the iconic voice of the Panther Fieldhouse, Kurt Schaub. He's getting the starting lineups announced. But we talked a little bit about some of the players that make this Panther starting lineup so special. However, head coach of Great Bend, not after a bad start, as Kyle Free, through his first 3 seasons, has the best winning percentage in Great Bend High history, going back to Don Duncan, the head coach from 1972 through 75 for his first 3 years. Duncan would go on to be head coach from 1972 through 1978. Duncan had a record of 34-29. Currently, Free sits at 33-29. A win here against the Wichita Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles will push Cree up, tying Don Duncan through his first 3 seasons. Been some pretty decent coaches roll through Great Bend High in that time, but Coach Cree's been able to guide his squad to an elite record so far through his first 3 years. An incredible performance aided, like I said, by some pretty impressive players. Some standout recently for the Panthers. Maddox Spray, like I said, coming off of a 15-point game on senior night, a season high for the Spray boy. You can tune in tomorrow to hear the Spray gal. That's Sadie Spray. They'll be playing Salina Central tomorrow night at this same time. I'd like to remind everyone that Panther Basketball tonight is brought to you in part by the University of Kansas Health Systems, Great Bend campus, the Fieldhouse, and by Keller Real Estate and Insurance Company. Ready for the opening tip-off now, as Panthers in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering, black trim. For the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles, the road yellows with the green numbering and letters, white trim. It'll be Ian Premer. He's in the middle circle. He'll be jumping versus Braxton Martin. It's a 6'4" junior for the Golden Eagles, and of course for the Panthers, the 6'6" sophomore Premer. In the circle, ready to jump. I want to remind everyone tonight's opening possession is brought to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future at Barton. Martin actually got the tip, but he put it right in the lap of Jacob Hall. He gets it out of Parker Dix. Panthers have the ball in the right wing. It's with Carter Combs. He moves it up top now to Jacob Hall. Hall looks at the rim, pump fakes, moves it to the left to Parker Dix. Dix on the left block to Ian. Ian puts it up, can't get it to go. Carter Combs on the offensive rebound, no good. Correction, Maddox Spray had it there as he put it back up and couldn't get it to go. Instead, Bishop Carroll pulls it down. It's in the hands of Landon Steven. He'll now move it onto the right wing. It's Hauserman. Hauserman moves it on to the left side as Golden Eagles rotating into the offensive end. That's with Stevens. He'll swing it onto the right wing. Peterson now gets it. Up top, it's to Martin. He'll drive onto the right lane before swinging a pass outside. Hauserman drives to the right high post. Shot off the back iron. High rebound pulled in by Parker Dix. He moves it across half court and onto the far side. It's Carter Combs into the lane and gets the layup to go. Had to fight through some contact to get it. Bounce it off the back iron, but Carter gets the scoring rolling early in the game. It's a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. On the offensive end for the Golden Eagles, Reese Peterson has it down low. Instead, he moves it outside back to Braxton Martin. Martin will hand it off to Peterson. He's driving on the right side. Correction, it's Brand, and Brand gets the layup to fall off the right block. Panthers quickly moved across half court as Parker Dix moves it from left to right. Ian Premer gets on the right side, moves to Carter Combs in the corner. Combs from the corner to Hall on the right block. Gets to a driving Maddox Spray. Can't get the layup to fall as he hits the hardwood. Layup goes to the Golden Eagles. It's in Michael Brand's hand. He pulls up from three from the top of the key, hits off back iron, goes to the right where Parker Dix able to pull in the board on the rebound. Couple of rebounds now for Parker Dix as he'll move it into the left corner for Ian Premer. Ian will move it back up top to Parker, put a little high, but Parker's still able to recover it. And on the drive, Dix will get called for the travel. Was trying to get a kick-out pass into the near corner to Ian Premer. Instead, just barely couldn't get the jump stop off cleanly, and so possession goes over to Bishop Carroll. I'd like to remind everyone that Panther Basketball tonight is brought to you in part by the Marmy Auto Group, Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine, Sutherland's, and Rosenberg Family Dentistry. Bishop Carroll has the ball in their offensive end. It's Landon Steven. Takes it to the top of the key, moves it on to the left side to Hauserman. Hauserman keeps it moving into the left corner. It's a three-pointer. That one drained courtesy of Michael Brand. It's the player who made 7 shots against Wichita South. Going to have to be aware of where he is as Carroll up 5-2. As Hall from the top of the key, 3, no good. Ian gets the offensive board, puts it up and gets the layup. Took a high bounce on the Hall shot. Ian soared up to grab it amongst the sea of Golden Eagles, able to get the putback as Great Bend trims the lead back down to just 1. Bishop Carroll up 5-4. In the offensive end with it, it's Peterson. He'll move it onto the right side, gets it to Steven. Steven trying to move it into the post. Instead, it'll be Brand pulling out from the right perimeter for 3. He'll miss that, and so Parker Dix has the ball. Bishop Carroll leading 5-4. 5 minutes to play in our opening frame. Maddox Spray in the right corner, drives on the right baseline, swings the pass on the left side of the court. It's to Parker Dix. Parker will move it now to Carter Combs. Combs gives it back to Parker, who swings into the left corner. It's Ian Premer stumbling into the lane. He'll get a pass off to Hall. Hall moves to the right post and gets the contact. Tremendous craftiness there from Jacob Hall as he uses the pump fake to get the Bishop Carroll defender in the air. And he's able to draw the contact against Braxton Martin. It'll put Hall at the line for 2. Hall's first shot is up and good. Has not been too bad of a year at the charity stripe for Jacob Hall, a 61% shooter for the Panthers. That first shot ties it. The second one makes as well, and so it gives the Panthers a 1-point lead. Make it a 6-5 contest. 4:45 still to play in quarter number 1 as Golden Eagles have it across half court. Peterson motioning the offense to the left. It's in the hands now of Hauserman. He'll give a high floating pass, nearly too high, but Braxton Martin able to soar up and grab it. He's working onto the left post. Can't get the shot to go. Maddox Spray tips it into the hands of Carter Combs. Panthers in the offensive end as Combs swings the pass to Hall. Hall can't get it off the backboard. May have been swatted by Hauserman, or may have been contacted by Hauserman. Now a three-pointer. That from Brand drains from the left wing. He's got 8, all 8 points of Bishop Carroll's points as Golden Eagles back up to a 2-point advantage. Carter Combs on the far side of the court moves it into the corner. It's to Parker Dix. Parker now moves it to Ian Premer, top of the key. He drives to the right side in the short corner, moves it back outside. Ball works its way to Carter Combs on the left side. Hall now has it top of the key. Pump fakes, drives to the left. He'll be fouled. However, he'll be fouled on the drive, and so the shot won't count. Did end up making it, but will be the second foul going against Braxton Martin. Could be a big loss for the Golden Eagles if he has to miss some extended time, as he does come off the floor now. We'll see Keaton St. Vain check in as Ian Premer gets the inbounds pass from the Panthers. That top key moves into the left corner with Hall or to Combs. Combs behind the back pass finds Hall on the money. Wide open. What a pass from Carter Combs. It's after 5 o'clock. The bank is closed, but Carter Combs is still dishing out the dimes here at the Panther Fieldhouse for SUBSTATE. A three-pointer now on the right side. No good for the Golden Eagles. Landon Steven misses. Rebound goes to Bishop Carroll. Driving inside, it's Hauserman. He'll be fouled driving to the lane. Foul will go on Maddox Spray. It'll be Great Bend's first foul of the first quarter, as the dime from Carter Combs to Jacob Hall did not. The score up 8-8, 3:19 still to play in quarter number 1. Inbounds pass from the right side under the bucket. Goes out to the perimeter. It's Hauserman. He moves it up top. Now it's in the hands of Brand. Swings the pass onto the left side. Gets it to Muth. Muth keeps it moving as Brand takes his place in the corner and driving to the lane. He'll get called for the travel as he shuffled the feet. Panthers will be throwing the ball in from the far sideline. I want to remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you by Equity Bank. We're right here beside you, equitybank.com. Daxton Minton moves the ball across half court, gets it to Jacob Hall at the top of the key. Hall trying to find Oman on the baseline, instead picked off by Brand. Brand picked up by Premer at half court as a tie ball game with less than 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Now it's with Hauserman working against Minton on the right wing, sends a pass to the top of the key. It's Landon Steven. Steven driving to his right, switches back to his left now. He'll move a pass to the outside. It finds its way into the corner. Had been with Ian Muth. He drove in from the left corner and was trying to bounce a pass onto the left block. Believe the target was Michael Brand. Instead, it went off the shin of Ian Premer, bounced out on the baseline. Possession stays with Bishop Carroll. Throwing the ball in from the left trigger, just under the basket down the left side. It's Bishop Carroll's Landon Steven. Throws a high pass that nearly goes across half court. Michael Brand able to snag it before it does. Brand will be driving to his right, floats a pass that way as it lands with St. Vrain. St. Vrain up to the top of the key. It's a drive now from Landon Steven and won't be able to get the shot to go, but he'll be fouled. That one going against Maddox Spray. It'll be his second. So a pair of players in this game with a pair of fouls, as Maddox Spray with 2 for Great Bend, and for Bishop Carroll, Braxton Martin with 2. He drains the first one, as we'll see Parker Dix check into the ball game for Maddox Spray. Spray got an explanation from one of the referees before coming to the bench, and the second free throw for Steven is up and good. Gives the Golden Eagles a 2-point lead, 10-8, with about 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Parker Dix trying to get a pass on the high post. It's picked off now by St. Vrain. Vrain across the post. Finds it to Landon Steven, who gets the layup to go off the left side. Bishop Carroll gets a quick offensive transition game to give them up 4 points. 12-8 now on Great Bend as Premer has the ball on the right side, moves into the corner to Minton. Minton in the right high post, goes up top now to Jacob Hall. Hall darts a pass into the right corner. Ian Premer for 3. No good. Rebound brought in by Bishop Carroll. Moved across half court to Steven. Into the corner he works before moving a pass up top. Finds its way to Brand. Don't believe that was the intended target, but Bishop Carroll able to still come away with the ball. 1 minute and 35 seconds to play in quarter number 1. At the top of the key, St. Vrain has it. Moves into the corner. That finds Bergkamp. He goes onto the right block with Michael Brand, and a travel going against Michael Brand will give the Panthers back possession. As we'll see Carter Combs sub back into the game. Cooper Oman stepping off. Remind everyone the Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by Advanced Truck and Diesel, Farmers Bacon Trust, and your local Great Bend Pizza Hut. On the left side, Carter Combs has it. Being guarded now by Reese Peterson. He'll dribble to the top of the key, looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Ian Premer on the left wing. Ian into the corner with Parker Dix as we get a timeout call from Coach Cree. We'll go ahead and take one with them. Stick around as Panthers trail 12-8. A minute and 13 seconds still to play in our opening quarter. Don't go anywhere. More Panther basketball heading your way on B104.3 The Point. Powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Plumbing and heating emergencies rarely happen between 9 and 5. That's why the pros at Comfort Pro are available 24/7, 365. Comfort Pro, the area's largest Bryan dealer, is just a phone call away.
Your problem is no problem for Comfort Pro.
Even the cleanest homes and offices struggle with mold and mildew growing in the ducts of their heating and AC systems. Magna Dry Cleaning Services in Great Bend offers complete air duct cleaning. Find out more. Stop by their new location at 18th and Main.
A timeout. Daxton Minton able to get the pass in at the last second across the court. Was on the near sideline, got onto the right wing to Ben Nicholson now. Works its way back onto the left side in the hands of Minton. Into the corner is Carter Combs. And Ian Premer driving the lane will get called for the charge. It'll be the third foul going against Great Bend in the opening quarter, as I believe it was Landon Steven putting body on the hardwood for the Golden Eagles. And so now Bishop Carroll has it. Peterson at half court, ball in the right hand. He'll dribble across, swing a pass onto the left side. It's now Hauserman. Hauserman moves into the short corner. It's poked away by Ben Nicholson, then stolen cleanly by Daxton Minton. Now it's Hall across half court to Ian Premer. Ian finds Jacob Hall, top of the post. Quick move, finds Ian into the lane, or finds Jacob into the lane. And a blocking foul going against Bishop Carroll's Jonathan Hauserman. Will not be a shooting foul, as was just on the drive from Jake. Hadn't started the shot yet. Daxton Minton gets the inbounds pass right in front of the rim, and Ian Premer able to tip it in. Panthers have gone to that inbounds pass or inbounds play before. Pretty effective when you have the 6'6" Ian Premer able to position himself right there in front of the rim. And Daxton Minton, it's already got some pretty pinpoint accuracy. Add in that extra connection with Premer from the football season. Makes it a fun watch, as we'll see what Ian can do at the free throw line. Ian's shot is up and nothing but net. 3-point play knocked down by Ian, cuts it down to a 1-point lead for Bishop Carroll. Golden Eagles up 12-11. Moving it towards half court, it's Peterson. He'll swing a pass onto the far side to Brand. Brand back to Peterson as he'll be picked up by Minton. Panthers in a 3-2 defense. At the top, it's Daxton Minton, Ben Nicholson, and Carter Combs. Down low, Isaiah Reed and Ian Premer. A 3-point shot from Brand in the left corner finds the bottom of the bucket. 14 seconds now on the clock. Panthers moving across half court. Ben Nicholson in the left corner. He'll get to the top of the key to Daxton Minton. Daxton right side pass to Ian Premer. Up top now to Carter Combs. 3-point shot. Can't find the mark, as it will go out of bounds on the baseline. Still 1.2 seconds on the clock, and so Panthers going to be trying to prevent a last-second shot from Bishop Carroll. Full court pass down to Michael Brand. Turns around, puts it up, and can't get it as it bounces off the rim. Bishop Carroll trying to do what the Panthers have become so good at this year. And so headed into the second quarter, Great Bend trails 15-11. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Panther basketball heading your way on B104.3 The Point, powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hazmat Response West 10th Great Bend provides hazardous emergency response service throughout the Midwest. When you have an emergency, you want to know that help is on the way now. Hazmat Response provides that assurance, and they're proud to sponsor this Panther broadcast.
Delgado's Mexican Restaurant at 10th and Stone Street is a proud supporter of the Great Bend High School Panthers. They're open for lunch from 11 to 2, dinner from 5 until 8:30, Monday through Friday. And for catering, give them a call and taco about it. Delgado's.
Welcome back into the Panther Fieldhouse. We're heading into the second quarter. The Great Bend boys trail 15-11. Want to remind everyone the Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by S&J Trucking, the 10th Street Eye Care Center, Next Tech, and by Delgado's Mexican Restaurant. Coming out of the quarter break, it'll be a Bishop Carroll possession on the far sideline, standing in front of the Great Bend student section. It's Braxton Martin. 2 fouls knocked him out of the first quarter early. He'll make his return now for the Golden Eagles as he'll get the pass into Peterson. Driving to the left side, he'll try to hand it off. That'll be broken up by Ian Premer. Still, Peterson comes away with it as he'll now dribble into the short corner, goes down low, finds Hauserman. Hauserman's turnaround jumper from the left side of the rim goes in. 7:35 still to play in the first half. Great Bend boys trail 17-11. Carter Combs top the key pass on the left side with Ian Premer. Now into the left corner. Ben Nicholson gets it. Trying to go down low. It's stolen away from Jacob Hall by Michael Brand. He'll move it across half court as it finds Braxton Martin. Martin now gets it to Peterson. Peterson working towards the top of the key, sends a pass on the right side. It'll be given back to Peterson up top. He'll swing a pass to Steven. And on the far side of the court, a foul called going against Daxton Minton. Playing some close defense, is maybe a little bit too close. His first foul of the game, first for Great Bend in this quarter. As we'll see Parker Dix check in for Ben Nicholson. Throwing it in on the far side of the court. It's Braxton Martin as he'll get it in just in front of half court to Peterson. Peterson up top to Brand, who swings it on the right side as Hauserman gives it up now to Landon Stevens. Stevenson dribbling towards the top of the key. He'll drive to the left side before handing it off to Peterson. Peterson moving on the right perimeter, working against Carter Combs. Will fake a high pass before dishing it further along the perimeter to Hauserman. Hauserman, turnaround jumper from 17 feet, no good as Jacob Hall bounces the rebound to Parker Dix. Parker launches a pass across half court. Ian on the left side. Can't get it to go. Through a little bit of contact there as now Bishop Carroll on the other end gets the blocking foul called against Parker Dix. Tough look as a fair bit of contact at the other end. Refs work close to the inbound pass, picked away by Premer. He's got the ball across half court, stumbles with it a little bit, slows him down. He'll have to pick up, let the rest of the offense catch up with him as Carter Combs has on the right side, moves into the paint to Jacob Hall. Daxton Minton with it now. He gets it poked away, but Parker Dix able to put the body on the floor, come away with it. Gets it back to Daxton Minton, driving from the right side. He goes in, and is called for the charge on the right block. Going against Daxton Minton, that'll be his second foul of this quarter. Not 2 minutes into our second quarter yet as Panthers trail 17-11 against Bishop Carroll. A three-pointer off the left side for Brand. Hits off back iron. Rebound being fought for by Parker Dix along with Braxton Martin, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Bishop Carroll. Substitution as Maddox Spray will check back in. Daxton Minton finds his way to the bench. Minton was replacing Spray, who picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. Now Minton in that same boat, 5:45 in the second. See what the starting lineup for the Panthers can do as Great Bend trails 6 points, 17-11. Top of the key, it's in Ian Premer's hands. He moves a pass to the left corner to Parker Dix. Dix up top to Carter Combs. Carter right back to Parker on the left wing. Trying to drive inside and dish a pass. He loses it. Now goes to Maddox Spray as Carter Combs is able to recover it. Panthers can't stop giving the ball away right now as they're trying to share it, but Bishop Carroll jumping the passing lanes on their offensive end. Steven has it in the short corner, gets it to Landon Hauserman, who pumps up for a jump shot. No good, but Brand gets the ball, moves from left side to right, and gets a scooping right-handed shot to go through the rim. Brand's got 13 points now as Great Bend trailing 19-11. Brand outscoring the Panthers right now as they can stop him. It'll go a long way, but easier said than done so far in the year as Jacob Hall gets it at the free throw line, nearly loses it, and finally foul called on Bishop Carroll's Landon Steven running in and trying to get a steal, instead grabbing a shoulder. It'll be his first and the first against Bishop Carroll in this second quarter. On the baseline, Carter Combs throwing it in. He'll get on the outside to Maddox Spray. Maddox gets it to Ian in transition, who throws it down with 2 hands. Maddox could hear the footsteps and let the sophomore Premer go to work in the lane. Let's see if that can't spark the Panthers' first points of the second quarter. A 19-13 lead for Bishop Carroll, as in the high post, it's Peterson nearly loses it, now regains it top of the key. He'll dribble out towards the half-court line, being guarded by Carter Combs. Now reverses course, driving to the right side, sends a pass up top to Hauserman. The Golden Eagles senior directing traffic, sends a pass on the right side, finds Peterson being guarded by Combs. He'll dribble into the left high post, dribbling outside, floats a pass down onto the left block. It's Hauserman working against Spray, checks in, puts a shot up, off back iron, no good. Rebound, batted away by Combs before Spray comes up with it, and he's rocked by Braxton Martin. That's his third in the game now. The Golden Eagles had been getting a little physical on some of the rebounds. Now the refs starting to call a little more. Still 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Panthers trailing 19-13 as Jacob Hall has it in the left high post, and Golden Eagles to throw a double team and quickly mug the Panthers sophomore, and we'll get a talking to between Michael Brand and Jacob Hall. Not even 16 minutes into this ball game, we're already getting a little chippy, as it'll just be a warning for both players. The first going against Jonathan Hauserman, and down low Jacob Hall able to go to work and get the bucket for the Panthers. This Great Bend just chipping away at that Bishop Carroll lead, now 19-15. 3:35 still to go in the second quarter. At the free throw line for the Golden Eagles, it's Ian Muth. He gets out to Hauserman, pulls up from the jumper at the charity stripe and gets it to fall. Hauserman had some success from the mid-range, now 4 points on mid-range jumpers, as Maddox Spray driving on the right side of the lane. He'll have it poked away, however a foul puts him on the ground. It'll be going against Hauserman. So that'll be his second now in the game. The Golden Eagles will put a substitution in, as we'll see Jackson Bergkamp getting some more action. He subbed in late in the first quarter, as the Panthers will be throwing it in from the right side under the bucket. It's Carter Combs getting a pass to the top of the key to Jacob Hall. Hall hands it off to Maddox Spray, and Spray finds some space, drives in the left side of the lane, and trying to get a steal. It'll be a foul going against Bergkamp. And so the foul will put Spray at the line. It's the second against Bergkamp in the game, as we'll see what Maddox can't do from the charity stripe. The first one is up and good. 70% from the line for Maddox, now 31 of 44 on the season. Attempt number 2, up and no good, as it rattles off the back iron before bouncing out. Panthers trail 21-16 here. Still 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, as Bishop Carroll has in their offensive end at the top of the key. It's Michael Brand. He'll drive to the right side, driving inside, moves the pass to the corner. A three-pointer, no good, off near iron. Panthers get the board. It's Maddox Spray across half court to Jacob Hall in the lane. Hall gets the board and the contact, or gets the bucket and the contact, I should say, as it's going to be a blocking foul. Going against Ian Muth. At first, I thought I saw it was going against number 12. That would have been a fourth one against Braxton Martin, but I'm pretty sure he's not on the court. He's not. It will be number 22. The second one going against Ian Muth. It puts Hall at the line. Chance for a three-point play, which he converts. Now a 21-19 point game in favor of Bishop Carroll, but the Panthers rallying as they came into the quarter, trailing by 5. We'll see what they can do. Cooper Omot guarding Hauserman. Hauserman drives to the right corner, puts the ball above his head, looking for a pass. It'll be tipped. He gets it in the low post to Ian Muth. Muth Working against Hall, bounces across the lane as he'll find to the St. Vrain. Vrain outside now, a three-point shot, no good. The miss courtesy of Landon Steven as Jacob Hall gets the board. He'll stop at half court and then launch a pass onto the far side to Carter Combs. Combs back up top to Hall. Hall moves into the left corner. Ian Premer for three, no good. Hits off front iron as 2 minutes remain in the first half. It's Brand working against Premer on the right side. He'll try to drive into the right lane. Can't get it there, but finds a pass to Muth. Muth, he'll be fouled by Jacob Hall as he's trying to put the shot up. It'll be the first one against Hall as it'll put Muth at the line. Muth dribbles it twice in the right hand, and the first shot falls in. Quality free throw shooter for the Golden Eagles as he's shooting over 74% from the year, 26 of 35 at the charity stripe for his second attempt. Brand's shot, or excuse me, as Muth's shot falls down, and we'll see a substitution check in for Bishop Carroll. I'd like to remind everyone that Panther Basketball is brought to you by Barton Community College. Get ahead with online or dual credit classes or earn a certificate or associate degree while in high school. Find out more at gobarton.com. In the left corner, it's Cooper Omont. Looking for a baseline drive. Instead, he'll send it on to the right wing with Carter Combs. Combs pump fakes, then drives onto the right side, gets the touch off the glass, and gets the layup to fall. Went high off the glass and had just the right amount of spin on the ball as it finds its way to the bottom of the hoop. A 2-point lead for Bishop Carroll, 23-21, 1:20 to play in the first half. Top of the key, it's Hauserman working against Oman. He'll dribble to the left side, reverse course to the top of the key, and send a pass on the right side. It's with Brand. He'll put the ball above his head before dribbling to the top of the key. Poked away by Premer. No one between him and the rim. Ian goes up with it and slams it again. Ian's gonna bring that rim down if he doesn't ease up. Ties the game up, 23-23, under a minute to go in the first half. Brand driving into the paint. It'll be a hold called against Ian Premer. It's the fifth against Great Bend, and so it'll put Brand at the line for two. Brand, a 71% free throw shooter on the year, good on 54 of 76 of his attempts, as the first shot at the line is no good as it hits off back iron. As he prepares for the second attempt, I'd like to remind everyone that Panther Basketball brought to you by Equity Bank, more than 40 locations throughout Kansas, including Great Bend, Larned, Maxville, and St. John. EquityBank.com. See a substitution check-in for the Panthers as Maddox Spray moves in for Cooper Omont. Brand at the line for his second shot. That one kisses the rim a couple of times before rattling in. Gives Bishop Carroll a 1-point, 24-23 advantage with 45 seconds to go. Panthers have it in their offensive end at the top of the key. Jacob Hall will be fouled. It's Keen St. Vrain getting a little too physical on the shove. It'll put Jacob Hall at the line. Hall's first shot goes up and is good. And Omont will now sub in for Ian Premer. Panthers get the sophomore forward a quick breather. Hall's second shot, no good, but Maddox Spray gets the rebound on the right corner, on the right block, gets it up and in. Maddox Spray able to turn a bad into a good as he gets the lead for Great Bend, 26-24 on the offensive putback. 23 seconds on the clock. Bishop Carroll has it. Keen St. Vrain, top of the key. He'll put it in the right hand. Bishop Carroll looking for one last shot with 15 seconds on the clock. Brand has it in the short corner, working against Omont. He'll move on to the left block, puts the shot up, and is fouled. However, it's on the floor. As the will put Brand at the at the line. We need I believe we're having a quick conversation from Coach Cree and the official. Brand's shot is no good as he can't convert the and one. Now going the other way, Panthers have it. Maddox spray down low, gets the layup on the right side. 2 seconds on the clock. Carroll has it, and they won't get a last second shot up, and so the Panthers will take a lead into halftime, up 28-26. Tune in for the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management halftime show. Heading your way here on B104.3 The Point, powered by Ela Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey Panthers, Empire Realty Group is ready to team up and help you purchase or sell your home. At Empire Realty Group, our team is committed to keeping our clients at the focus of everything we do. Find us on Facebook or call 792-4133.
Tooth loss is no laughing matter. Dr. Joe Rosenberg can fit you with conventional dentures or mini implants for single tooth loss. No pain, just gain. Keep your smile. Dr. Joe Rosenberg Family Dentistry in Larned, St. John, and Great Bend.
Back into B104.3 The Point, where we are at halftime for the Great Bend Panthers boys game against Bishop Carroll. At the break, Panthers will lead 28-26. However, hasn't been the case the entire time. The Great Bend was actually able to snag that lead late. Taking a look at the scoring summary so far in the first half on the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management halftime show. Panthers strong and Great Bend strong. Game started out in favor of Bishop Carroll as they got out to a 5-2 lead. Panthers were able to knot it up eventually at 8-8 before Bishop Carroll would go on a bit of a run to end the first quarter, a 7-3 run that gave the Golden Eagles a 15-11 advantage headed into the second quarter. However, Panthers wouldn't give up as they would just slowly chip away at the lead, knocking it down to a 21-19 advantage before tying it up 23-23. Panthers thought they might take a 26-23 lead in the halftime, but a quick three-point play from Michael Brand got the game knotted up for the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. However, a flurry of quick passes from Great Bend moved the ball across half court in less than 6 seconds as they found Maddox Spray down low on the right block. Spray was able to get the layup up and send the Panthers into halftime with a 2-point 28-26 lead. Stick around as when we come back, we'll have more of a look at the players scoring in that first half, featuring an 11-point half from Ian Premer. All that and more here on the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management halftime show, powered by Ela Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Dom Pipe Testing is proud to bring you live coverage of Panther sports. Dom Pipe Testing provides hot oilers, steaming, hydro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this last weekend, the state wrestling tournament was held, and our Panthers placed 9 guys and 9 girls in the top 6. At 125 pounds, a sophomore who placed 6th place, Kaylee McMullen. At 105 pounds, a freshman that placed 6th place, Camden Camo Post. At 190 pounds, a sophomore placed 6th, Trent Turn. At 132, a senior placed 6th, Mr. Caden Hoffman. At 120 and placed 6th, a sophomore, Tristan Tomlinson. In 3rd place, at 157 pounds, a junior, Jace Sharps. At 150 pounds and state runner-up, a senior, Cooper Lyles. And ladies and gentlemen, at 130 pounds, a senior, she promised us last weekend at homecoming that she would win. And for first place in the state championship, our senior, Daisy Gomez! Congratulations to all of our wrestlers.
Stone Waste Management halftime show on B1043 The Point. The state wrestlers being recognized at halftime, as would like to remind everyone, Panthers do have a new state champion being crowned as Daisy Gomez able to bring home a state title at 130 pounds for the Lady Panthers. Cooper Lyles coming up just short, bringing home second place for the Panther boys. But getting back to the hardwood action, as we're under 5 minutes here in the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management halftime show, taking a look at the players' scoring stats. We'll start with things for Bishop Carroll, as they've been a one-man wrecking crew. Michael Brand with 16 points in that first half, nailing a couple of three-pointers, picking up where he left off last game against Wichita South. However, a couple of other Golden Eagles putting up some auxiliary numbers for the Bishop Carroll, as well as Landon Stevel and Jonathan Hauserman with 4 points apiece, as Ian Muth has tacked on 2. And flipping things over to the Great Bend Panthers side of things, Ian Premer, he leads the Panthers in scoring with 11 points. However, Jacob Hall with 10 and a Maddox Spray with 5. Carter Combs chipping in the final 4 points for the Panthers, as Combs may have had the flashiest play of that entire first half, with a dazzling behind the back feed to Jacob Hall down low that the Panthers were able to convert into 2 points and helped spark the Panthers' comeback in the second quarter, as Great Bend leads 28-26 in this game. Stick around, as when we come back, we'll have a look at the team stats for both sides on the Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management halftime show. More Panther basketball head your way on B1043 The Point, powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. In the halftime break here, as we're taking a look at the team stats for both sides. We'll start with things for the Great Bend High Panthers, as Coach Cree's squad has been able to shoot 55% from the field, good on 11 of their 20 shots. Panthers haven't been able to find the mark on their three-point attempts as of yet, still 0 of 4 on that mark. But the Panthers making up for it at the charity stripe. Great Bend hitting on 6 of their 8 free throws, that 75% mark. A notable uptick from the 54% the Panthers traditionally shoot from the line. Looking at the Bishop Carroll shooting numbers, Golden Eagles shooting 43% from the field. However, they have connected on 3 of their 10 shots from outside and making a respectable 5 of 7 when they step to the free throw line. Turning it over to the rebounding numbers, Panthers with a slight edge, 12 boards compared to just 9 for Bishop Carroll. Each team with 3 offensive boards, while the Panthers have 9 defensive compared to the 6 for the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. And turnovers, Panthers have given it up a little bit more than Bishop Carroll. However, in that second quarter, the Panther offense became much more disciplined. Great Bend ends the half with 6 turnovers compared to 5 for Bishop Carroll. Stick around, as when we come back, we'll have the second half of SUBSTATE here at the Panther Fieldhouse. Great Bend leads 28-26. More Panther basketball heading your way on B1043 The Point, powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Ready to tackle that big project? Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management is your rock-solid partner in demolition and hauling. Right now, you can rent a roll-off container and save some real money. Cleanup's a breeze. Fill it, and they'll take care of the rest. Plus, they can deliver over 50 types of rock and stone right to you. Transform your space with just a call. Visit StoneSandCompany.com for inspiring before and afters. Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management, 421 Washington Street in Great Bend, building your dreams from the ground.
The Point, where we are ready for the second half of Great Bend boys SUBSTATE action at the Panther Fieldhouse. Coach Cree's squad leads 28-26 at halftime. And I'd like to remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by Stone Sand Company and Stone Waste Management, Dom Pipe Testing, the Venture Corporation, and Bugles Dyke Chiropractic, Great Bend and St. John. Coming out of the halftime break, Great Bend will be moving from left to right as you sit at the Clark communication table. On the left side of the perimeter, it's Jacob Hall. Moves it inside the perimeter, tries to get it back to Jacob, not able to be cleanly brought in as it ends up in the hands of Peterson. Peterson down low to Hauserman as the Golden Eagles able to quickly tie the game up. Not 20 seconds into the second half, makes it a 28-28 ball game. Carter Combs in control at the top of the key, will send a pass onto the right side that finds Jacob Hall. Hall will give it back to Carter, driving to the right side. Carter swings the pass onto the right wing. It's with Parker Dix. Goes right back to Combs, who gives it up on the left wing to Jacob Hall, who's able to knock down the three-pointer. Jacob Hall's been extending his range recently, and to great effect. Now 6 of 13 from three-point land on the year is Jacob Hall. A dangerous threat inside and out as it puts the Panthers back up 31-28. Top of the key, Bishop Carroll has it in the hands of Peterson. He'll dribble to his left now. Throws an entry pass to Braxton Martin. Working down low against Hall. Can't get the shot up over him. That's great defense from Jake. Just going straight up. And now a dime from Carter Combs finds Ian Premer down low. The pump fake finds the space. That one not a behind the back pass, but still Carter Combs just threading the needle between two Golden Eagles as he's able to dime a pass in. Panthers up 33-28. And down low, no good again as Panthers come away with the board as Carter Combs on the left wing. He'll set it into the right corner. It's Maddox Spray for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mikey Brand. 6:15 to go in quarter number 3. Panthers up 33-28. Pass swung onto the far side. It's Landon Steven. He'll move a pass onto the right wing to Hauserman. Hauserman being guarded by Combs will be looking for a pass and move one into the corner. Finds its way into the hands of Martin. Martin trying to go down low. Instead, pass picked off by Combs. Carter at half court looking for somewhere to go with it. Has to go onto the right wing to Parker Dix for three. Oh, no good that time as it bounced off front iron. A lot of the shots Parker Dix puts up looks like they're going to go as we get a timeout called by Mike and Dominic. We'll go ahead and take one with him. Stick around as with 5:42 left in the third quarter. Panthers lead 33-28. Don't go anywhere. Panther basketball is powered by Ehlers Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The University of Kansas Health System in Great Bend is here to...
Back to the Panther Fieldhouse, where with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter, the Great Bend boys lead Bishop Carroll 33-28. An inbound pass finds Hauserman down low as he's able to get a jumper from the left corner to go in. And so now Panthers have it in their offensive end. It's Maddox Spray on the left wing. He'll send a pass up top to Jacob Hall. Hall overheads it into the left corner, back to Maddox. Then Jacob gets it again in the charity stripe. Goes down low to Ian Premer. Ian can't get the scooping shot to go in. And so instead, rebound goes to Bishop Carroll. It's Hauserman on the other side. Puts up a 16-foot jumper. Finds the bottom of the net. Hauserman finding his mark as he's now got 6 points in this third quarter. Parker Dix, ball on the right wing, will now give it up to Maddox Spray up top. Sends a pass on the left side. Carter Combs, Panthers up 33-32, 4:50 still to go in the third quarter. Hall hands it off to Parker Dix, takes a three from the left side. It's nothing but diving in that time for the Great Bend senior. Gets his first points of the game as Parker able to extend it back out to a 4-point lead for the Panthers. Now driving onto the left side, Bishop Carroll has it. It's into the hands of Peterson, moves it into the right corner, and a three-pointer knockdown for Hauserman. The first quarter containing Michael Brand was the objective. Now looking like Hauserman may be finding his mark. His answers to Parker Dix three-pointer with one of his own. Panthers now have it. It's Jacob Hall driving the left corner. Jacob Hall driving onto the left side of the lane as he moves a pass in the left corner. It's Parker Dix. Can't quite find the mark on a three-pointer now. Michael Brand has it for Bishop Carroll driving into the lane. He'll be fouled by Ian Premer. Won't be a shooting foul as it came when Brand was just advancing the ball forward, as Golden Eagles will have the inbounds pass right of the bucket. Throwing it in will be Peterson. He'll try to lob it up in front of the rim for Hauserman, unable to get the play the Panthers executed in the first half on that side of the rim, so will remain a 36-35 lead for Great Bend. Maddox Spray from the left side post, can't get to go as it hits off back iron. Left of the rim off the corner as Bishop Carroll gets the rebound. It's a three-pointer, no good for Peterson. Parker Dix grabs the board, gets it to Ian Premer across half court. Ian finds Maddox Spray going up with the Spray's foul hard. It'll be on Michael Brand as he flew in.
That was on number 14, Michael Brand. His first.
Trying to stop Spray. Spray.
Shooting two for the Panthers.
All whack wide receiver. It's got a little bit of speed to him as he heads to the line and sinks the shot.
Bishop Carroll, number 20, Keaton, St. Maine.
So 2 of 3 at the charity stripe for Maddox Spray. We'll see what he can do with the second attempt. It is up and on the way, and it falls.
Substitution for the Panthers, Daxton Minton.
We'll see Maddox check out as Daxton Minton subs in. Panthers leading 38-35. Across half court, Peterson has it for the Golden Eagles as he'll be guarded by Parker Dix. Driving into the left corner, he'll send a pass up top to Hauserman. Hauserman will be fouled by Daxton Minton.
That was number 1, Daxton Minton. His third, Panthers' second team foul.
First of the half for Daxton, the third in the game for him, as it's the Panthers should be coming away with this. Bishop Carroll throwing it in from the far sideline. Daxton Minton nearly steals it away on the baseline, throws it off of the Carroll player, rolls to the left where Maddox Spray is fighting with it. However, Spray scrapping with Brand to get it, and ends up being last touched by Brand out on the baseline. Panthers gain possession. Jacob Hall has it at the charity stripe, sends a pass down low to Ian Premer, and Premer is fouled. That one will go
That was on number 4.
against Hauserman.
His third.
That'll be the third going against Hauserman, as with under 3 minutes to go. Panther inbound coming from the left side of the baseline. Ian Premer will get it near half court, sends it on to the left wing with Carter Combs. Coach Cree gonna set up some offense as he gets the team's attention. Ball works into Parker Dix's hand. He drives on the left side of the lane, finds an opening. Premer in the left corner. Three-pointer, no good. Hauserman now has a transition. Ian gets the transition defense. Didn't get the block, but impacted the shot as Hauserman was looking for the Wolf out the left side of his eye. He saw a Panther instead as Great Bend keeping a 38-35 lead. 2:20 still to play as a bit of a scoring flurry to start this third quarter. It has slowed down a tick. Panthers within their offensive end. It's Daxton Minton able to recover. So Minton had it poked away. May have been going out of bounds on Bishop Carroll as Ian Muth dove towards the sideline to save it in, but Daxton was waiting right there on his knees to grab it. Didn't have to worry for too long about trying to get it out though, as Coach Cree quickly called a timeout to get things away. We'll go ahead and keep it here on this one, as we'll remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by the American Plains Co-op, Magna Dry Cleaning Services, Comfort Pro, and by Innovative Livestock Services. The start of this quarter, it was a 28-26 game in favor of Great Bend. Still a close contest as 38-35 our current advantage. However, last 2 minutes scoring slowed down a little bit for both sides. Maddox Spray able to get the inbounds pass in on the near sideline in front of the Great Bend bench. Ball works its way to Parker Dix on the left corner, drives on the baseline, bounces the pass to Maddox Spray in front of the rim, and Bishop Carroll ends up coming away with a steal. In the hands of Michael Brand across half court, so under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Bishop Carroll has it in their offensive end. Moving it down low, Ian Muth has it on the right block, working against Spray. He'll put a shot up and gets it to go. Post move cleared some space for Muth. As now Great Bend leading 38-37. Ian Premer has it on the right side, moves into that corner to Combs. Combs entry pass to Hall, picked off by Muth, as now Carroll with a chance to take a lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds in quarter number 3. A three from Hauserman left wing, no good, as Carter Combs will come away with the board. Booking it towards half court, Cree will signal to slow down a little bit as Ian Premer drives in, swings the pass onto the right side. It's now Carter Combs up at the top of the key. He'll dribble to the right before sending a pass up top to Jacob Hall. Coach Cree again slows the offense down as he wants to call a play as the clock takes under 1 minute to go. Parker Dix up top, working for some space on the right side, puts a layup from the right block, no good, as Hauserman comes away with the board. 42 seconds to play in quarter number 3 as Great Bend leads 38-37. It's in the hands of St. Vrain up top. He moves it on to the right side of Hauserman. Hauserman dishes it across with Ian Muth. Muth gets picked up by Combs as he'll send a pass further along the perimeter before it goes up top to Hauserman. Premer nearly comes away with a steal. Instead, ball works down low. They'll be knocked out of bounds. And at first, called in the favor of Bishop Carroll. It's kind of a funny interaction as the Great Bend sideline was losing their mind a little bit because it was an obvious one, and the near official quickly told, we'll talk to him. We'll talk to the baseline guy. We'll get it sorted out. Possession rightly goes to Great Bend. 14 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Hall has it at the high post, gets it poked away, but Ian comes away with it on the left side, moves it to Maddox Spray. Spray drives left baseline, puts a shot up, and it's fouled. Can't get the bucket to go, but with 3 seconds in the third quarter, Maddox Spray working towards the charity stripe.
Michael Brand, his second.
Will be the 5th and 6th shots from the free throw line for Maddox, and he'll sink the first one.
Substitution for the Panthers, Cooper Omar.
We'll see Cooper Omont check in for Ian Premer with 3 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Talked to Coach Cree a little bit. It's something they like to do to get Ian just a little bit of a longer rest. After sinking the second free throw, we'll also see Maddox Spray step off with Daxton Minton moving on. Going to be trying to make a last-second shot hard for Jonathan Hauserman, throwing it in on the right baseline for Bishop Carroll. It's Peterson. He'll get into Brand now. It's in the hands of Steven. He'll put up a long three-point shot that'll hit off the right pine, bounce up and not fall in. And so headed into the final quarter, Panthers up 40-37. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss the conclusion of this one at the Panther Fieldhouse. Heading your way right after this, powered by Evo Chevrolet. Together, let's drop. Rodney Palin and Chris Laheka. Doing a fair job as we move into the later wings. Originally looked like they might let a bit of a physical game be played, but they've cleaned it up a little bit more, started calling it a little tighter as the initial inbounds pass for Golden Carroll, no good on the bucket from Hauserman in the right short corner. However, the offensive rebound goes to Carroll before a foul against Daxton Mitten will put the Golden Eagles back on the baseline, throwing it in. We'll see Daxton Mitten step off as Maddox Spray steps back on. Inbounds pass from Bishop Carroll finds Hauserman in the right corner. He'll move towards the top of the key before sending a pass to Brand in the right short corner. He'll be double teamed by Premer. He's double teamed by Premer and Hall, and Ian able to force the jump ball. Possession arrow goes in favor of Great Bend. Brand's been effective down low, and that time Panthers got a good trap off as Jacob Hall and Ian Premer able to combine. Premer officially forcing the jump ball. Now Panthers get it across half court. It's Ian down low. He'll drive into the paint and be unable to get the layup to go. However, it's knocked out of bounds on the baseline by Brand. Ian moving from the mid lane outside. The inbounds pass from Carter Combs finds Maddox Spray low on the right side, and Spray quickly gets the layup up and in. Maddox up to 11 points now, a balanced game. 5 points at half number 1, 6 and now in half number 2. Bishop Carroll at the top of the key, driving to the left side. It's Peterson, his layup unable to go as Ben Nicholson soars into the air for the rebound. Carter Combs gets the outlet pass and now moves across half court to Premer. Premer into the left corner with Spray being guarded by Hauserman. He'll take a jab step left and go up top with Premer. Ian drives to the right side. Can't get the clutching layup to go as rebound will fall to Braxton Martin. Martin across half court to Brand. Brand off the right side, can't get to go. Jacob Hall with the defense. A couple of stout defensive possessions for Hall containing Brand in this ball game. As now 6 minutes 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Panthers lead 42-37. Ball finds its way to Ian Premer on the left wing. He'll look around and throw a pass up top to Spray. Spray dribbles to the left, gives it up to Carter Combs as Combs will put the ball in the right hand, pick up a screen from Jacob Hall and dribble to the right side of the perimeter. Throws a pass to Spray on the right side before Spray goes back to Combs. Combs' a shot from the jumper, short, as the transition stopped by Carter Combs. However, a foul being drawn against Carter Combs. And so we'll see the inbounds pass come up from Bishop Carroll. Goes onto the right side. It's a three-pointer from Hauserman, and he gets it to fall. Cuts it down to a 42-40 lead for Great Bend. Carter Combs moves the pass on the left side with Jacob Hall. Hall being guarded by Peterson, or excuse me, by Martin, will move the ball along the perimeter as it works its way to Ben Nicholson on the left side. Nicholson looking for somewhere to go with it, throws a pass up top as it's to Peterson. He'll knock it, or Peterson came away with it for Bishop Carroll, I should say. However, was unable to cleanly get it as Parker Dix will sub in for Ben Nicholson. Remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you by Equity Bank. No ATM fees nationwide. Learn more at equitybank.com. 5:40 to play in the fourth quarter as Great Bend leads 42-40. Maddox sprays inbounds pass, tipped away. And a foul will go against Great Bend as the couple of Panthers were scrapping for it with Bishop Carroll. It'll be Jacob Hall getting the call against him. So Golden Eagles have it on the far sideline. It'll be Martin throwing a pass to Peterson near half court. Peterson drives towards the top of the rim, sends a pass to Hauserman for three on the left wing, and Hauserman sinks it. It's a 1-point lead now for Bishop Carroll, 43-42, as Panthers have it in the offensive end. Carter Combs up top. And we'll get a foul called against Reese Peterson as he was getting too handsy on the defense against Carter Combs. It's his first of the game, the second going against Bishop Carroll. Now, Parker Dix throws the inbounds pass across the court to Jacob Hall. Hall with on the left side will hand it off to Carter Combs. Clock ticks down to 5 minutes remaining in the ball game as Combs moves it on to the left side with Jacob Hall. Pulls up from three, drains that one. Hall gets the answer for Hauserman as it puts the Panthers back up to 45-43. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Jacob Hall, as now Bishop Carroll with the ball. Ian Premer steals it away. He is going to have a chance at the rim, drives it off the left side, can't get the look, but does get the foul. Ian looked at the rim. You could tell he wasn't quite sure if he was going to be able to get the dunk, and so he switched to the layup, unable to get it through the contact. However, going against Michael Brand, we'll see what Premer can't do at the line. First shot from Ian, bounces over the front of the rim and is in. The Panthers make a substitution as Cooper Omont will sub in for Maddox Spray. Daxton Mitten will do the same for Parker Dix. Ian getting ready for his second shot of this trip to the charity stripe. It's up and no good. Rebound pulled in by Hauserman of Bishop Carroll. Golden Eagles trail by three. Panthers leading 46-43, 4:27 still to play in the fourth quarter. A Hauserman three-pointer no good as it hits off the back left side of the iron. However, rebound pulled down by Brand. He'll move it along the perimeter, finds its way back to Peterson on the right wing. He'll move to Hauserman on that same side, being guarded by Mitten. He'll find space in the short corner, puts a jumper up, can't get to go off far iron. And Ian Premer trying to come away with the board will be fouled. We're having a conference between the refs. As it goes against Braxton Martin. It's his fourth. He had three in the first half, so he's been able to clean it up a little bit, but still a fourth foul going against Martin. Could be huge for the Panthers if they can get him out. He's been a pretty good defender so far in this game. Not a lot of scoring for the junior thus far for the Golden Eagles. We'll see if Great Bend can't keep it that way as Ian Premer has in the left corner. Moves it up top now to Daxton Mitten. Mitten overheads it to Omont on the right side. Cooper back up top now to Carter Combs. Combs backs up towards half court, evaluating all his options. He'll now send a pass onto the left side with Mitten. Mitten moves it further into the corner with Premer. Ian drives in, working on the left side. A lot of contact that doesn't get called. It will be last touched by Bishop Carroll. And we'll see a substitution for Cooper Omont and Daxton Mitten sub in Parker Dix and Maddox Spray back on the floor for Great Bend. The inbound pass from the left trigger finds Jacob Hall in the left block. He'll dribble outside now, swing a pass across the perimeter to Maddox Spray. Spray goes up top to Combs. 3:23 still to go in the fourth quarter. Panthers up by 3, 46-43. Carter Combs with it on the right side. He'll be trapped at near half court, and we'll get a timeout called by Coach Cree. We'll take one with him. Don't go anywhere. More Panther basketball heading your way right after this on B104.3 The Point, powered by Ealer Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Where we are at the Panther Fieldhouse for sub-state action for the Great Bend boys, where with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the ball game against Bishop Carroll, Coach Cree's crew leads 46-43. I want to remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by People's Bank and Trust, Empire Realty, Schrader Homes and Remodeling, and by the Great Bend Rec Center. Throwing it in on the near sideline, it'll be Maddox Spray. However, before they're even able to get the ball in, Carter Combs will be shoved by Reese Peterson. It'll be his second on the game, the fourth against the Golden Eagles so far in the contest. And so with over 3 minutes to go, could see Great Bend getting some opportunities at the free throw line. The inbound pass finds Jacob Hall, nearly loses it. Instead, able to go down low to Premer. Premer can't get to go, but Combs gets the rebound, and it's fouled trying to put it back up. The game of Carter Combs recently has been on the upswing just in general. I'd say he's coming off his best game of the year against Hayes last Friday as he sinks the first free throw attempt. But Carter also having kind of an uptick in rebounding as he's a smart player. You can see him looking for those long boards, looking for those ones that might get tipped to him, as the second shot also money for Carter from the free throw line. Gets the Great Bend Panthers back up to a 5-point lead. Up 48-43. Bishop Carroll moves it across the half court. It'll be Brand, a deep three, no good off front iron. Ben Nicholson soars up for the board. His outlet pass picked off. It's in the hands of St. Vrain. St. Vrain back up top to Brand. Now a high pass into the paint finds its way to Martin. Martin kicks it back outside to Hauserman. Hauserman steps inside for a 16-foot jumper that finds the bottom of the bucket. We'll have a timeout call, just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. That way I can remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Services, Hazmat Response, Bank of the Plains, and by USD 428. Panthers having a bit of a, or having to sustain the comeback from Bishop Carroll, as the Panthers haven't quite been able to get more than a 5-point lead. Carroll actually earlier in this fourth quarter was able to briefly take a 43-42 advantage. Great Bend though would quickly go on a 6-0 run, get out to the current 48, or get out to a 48-43 lead before Bishop Carroll would make that last bucket, cutting it back down 48-45 with 2:41 to play in the ball game. Throwing it in on the left base line. Maddox Spray will get it into Parker Dix. Dix goes to Carter Combs on the near sideline. Across the floor, it's to Dix. Dix moves it across half court now to Ian Premer. Premer goes back outside now with Parker, who will drive to the left side before throwing it into the left corner. Maddox Sprague drives on the left baseline, turns the pass outside to Hall. Gets at the top of the key, drives into the charity stripe, moves it to the right wing. A three-pointer from Carter Combs, no good. Rebound batted up into the air by Parker Dix, however pulled down by Ian Muth. Bishop Carroll with it in transition on the left side. It's St. Vrain. 2 minutes still to play in our ball game as Hauserman pulls up the three off the right side and gets it to fall. Hauserman has found his rhythm as clock under 2 minutes to play. We'll have a timeout. We'll take our final timeout of the ball game with them. Stick around, more Panther basketball head your way right after this. Powered by Ely Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Welcome back into the Panther Fieldhouse. A minute and 56 seconds still to play in our ball game here in the Great Bend boys sub-state opening round action against Bishop Carroll. Would like to remind everyone that Panther basketball is brought to you by Equity Bank, your hometown sports partner. Visit one of our 5 local area banks in Great Bend, Larned, Maxwell, and St. John. It's equitybank.com. Panthers have possession coming out of the made three-pointer from Hauserman on the right side. Carter Combs will find it at half court, moves it to Jacob Hall, and Hall driving in the lane finds Ian Creamer driving from the left baseline, and Ian gets the shot to throw and the foul. Count the bucket. It's on Jonathan Hauserman. It'll be his 4th, and Ian going to be head to the line, a chance for a three-point play. We'll see a quick substitution check in as Maddox Gray and Parker Dix step to the bench. Cooper Omont and Daxton Mitten. A lot of commotion being talked about whether or not the Panthers got away with a over the back. Don't think they did. I think some quick footwork from Jacob Hall prevented it as Ian Creamer able to knock down the free throw. Gets Great Bend back up 51-48. 1:38 on the clock as Bishop Carroll has their offensive end. Peterson on the right wing, driving against Combs. Moves the pass up top. That's for Steven. Bounces on the left wing. A three from Hauserman. Finds the bottom of the bucket. Hauserman is on fire. He's made 6 3-point shots, all 6 coming in this second half as he's up to 27 points. This Bishop Carroll team very capable of scoring as the last game it was Michael Grand popping off for 37 against Wichita South. Panthers had to have trouble containing him in half number 1. However, have held Brand scoreless in half number 2, sitting on 16 points. Jonathan Hauserman, the story for Bishop Carroll in the second half, though, as he has 27 points, 23 of those coming after the halftime break. Panthers are going to be on the offensive end, or I guess I should say they'll have control of the ball as they'll still be throwing it in from the far side of the court. Maddox Spray with it on the baseline. We'll be looking for the throw in, and he'll find it as Ian Creamer. Ian quickly gives it back up to Maddox as Panthers advancing down the court. Ian has on the right wing, moves into the right corner with Parker. Driven to the top of the key, he'll give it up to Maddox Spray. Spray onto the left side with Ian. Ian up top to Carter Combs as it's nearly knocked away. And it will be over the back on Carter Combs as not the look the Panthers were hoping for. A 51-51 tie. Possession goes to Bishop Carroll as we see the defensive troops sub in. It's Cooper Omont and Daxton Min. Maddox Spray, Parker Dix checking out. 1:11 on the clock. On the far sideline, Braxton Martin, inbounds pass picked away. Jacob Hall and Daxton Mitten working in tandem. Hall has it across half court, driving into the lane, starts to pass down low to Cooper Omont, nearly loses it, gets it across, stolen away by Brand. Premer was almost able to get it. Instead, a quick turnover as the clock moves under a minute to play, tied up 51-51. Bishop Carroll Brand has it near half court. Being guarded by Hall, he'll send a pass to Peterson on the left side. It's now Peterson dribbling to the top of the key. Puts the ball in the right hand, being guarded by Carter Combs. He'll drive onto the right wing. 30 seconds still to play in the ball game as Daxton Mitten working against Hauserman. Able to bat it away, and Mitten comes away with it. The pump fake on the right side of the lane, no good, but Ian Premer gets the offensive glass and gets it to fall in. It's a 2-point lead, 20 seconds to go on the clock. Panthers up 53-51. Brand driving on the right side of the lane, no good off the baseline. Bishop Carroll on the rebound. Hauserman has it. He's fouled up top by Mitten. That'll be the fifth against Great Bend in the quarter. It'll also be the fifth against Daxton Mitten. And so right after tying the game, getting the game-tying steal for the Panthers, Mitten fouls out. Hauserman at the line for two for Bishop Carroll. Golden Eagles trailing 53-51. We'll get a timeout called. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to keep it right here at the top of the key. Hauserman had it. He was putting it above his head, and he's a 6'4", listed at 6'4". He might be a touch under 6'4" there for the Golden Eagles, but still has the ball above his head. Daxton Mitten able to jump up, poke it away, moves it across half court, and is able to come up with it. Drives onto the right side of the lane, stops on the right block, pump fakes to try to get some separation from Hauserman. Gets a little bit, but still unable to get the shot to go, as Ian Premer came away with the offensive glass and was able to get the go-ahead bucket for the Panthers. 53-51 right now for the Great Bend Panthers, as coming out of the timeout, it'll be Jonathan Hauserman at the line. As a few Panthers fans making some noise as Hauserman heading to the line. So far on the year, Hauserman's shooting 69%, 18 of 26. No chances at the charity stripe thus far. And still some conversation. And after review with the book, it is not a shooting foul. It is just the fourth against Great Bend. So Panthers now move from hoping for a free throw miss to hoping the defense can hold up. 53-51, Panther advantage, 9.8 seconds on the clock. As we get a substitution for Great Bend, Maddox Spray will step off. Cooper Omont moving on. Bishop Carroll throwing it in from the right of the bucket. He'll get it into Brand, and calls for the charge. It's Jacob Hall. Jacob Hall puts the body on the hardwood, gets the call for the Panthers. Brand's been posting up all night long, just being physical, trying to muscle his way in. And that time, Hall, too smart for the Golden Eagle senior, as he's ready for it, and he draws the charge. Possession gonna go right back to Great Bend. Leading 53-51, 8 seconds left on the clock. We'll get a fired up Coach Mike Dominic getting a sideline warning. And we'll have another timeout. This one from Bishop Carroll. It'll be a full stop. this opportunity to remind everyone that Panther basketball tonight is brought to you in part by Insurance Planning, Unruh Brothers Trash Service, Scott's Welding Service, and by Barton Community College. The awareness from Jacob Hall on that entry pass from the Golden Eagles. Brand, he's been dynamite down low, really trying to force his way for some shots, and Hall was ready for it. Established position and immediately hit the hardwood. Great play from Hall, and he's been able to do that a couple of times this year. A very unselfish player, as he's got 16 points, but it's not been a bad scoring night for a few different Panthers, as Ian Premer, I should say, leads Great Bend with 19, Hall with 16, Maddox Spray with 11, as Great Bend will have possession coming out of the timeout. 8 seconds on the clock, leading 53-51. And already 5 fouls for Bishop Carroll in the quarter, and so any little knock will put Great Bend at the line. Maddox Spray will be throwing it in from the left side. He'll get it into Ian Premer, who is fouled by Landon Stephen. We'll see what Ian can't do at the line, as he'll be looking to make it a 2-possession ball game. First shot from Ian is in the left hand. He puts it up. No good as it bounces off the front of the rim. Substitution moves in for the Golden Eagles, as Brody Kreitzer has stepped on for the first time this game. Ian's second shot, up and good. Puts the Panthers up by 3, so at least able to secure a tie. Great Bend does still have 1 timeout, as Bishop Carroll throwing it in. They'll get the ball in now to Stevens. Trying to work across half court. He'll get to Hauserman. Hauserman dribbling into the right corner. He'll be doubled and throw up a shot. No good. And Great Bend able to come away victorious in the opening round of their sub-state competition. Panthers winning 54-51 against the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. An excellent effort from Bishop Carroll. Stick around, as we'll have your People's Bank and Trust post-game show right after this on B1043 The Point, powered by Ewing Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The Panther post-game show is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. Aaron Clark visits with Panther basketball coach Kyle Cree right after this message from People's Bank.
Your Lady Panthers will be here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We expect everyone back in the gym tomorrow.